So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we welcome to the Brutally Honest Show, American hero, Special Forces Army Ranger, Bronze Star Medal recipient, Tim Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, hello. That was a good introduction.
Thank you very much. I practiced in the mirror twice. I was really wanted to give a good impression off.
You got it.
Thank you. All right, well, this is Aaron True. We've met before. I'm also joined by Jonathan King and Adrian Gallegos. Thank you so much for your time. Did you watch the Republican debate tonight?
No, I was training and then shooting earlier, so I actually do things.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of shooting, you're in a new zombie movie. I think it's called Range 15. Tell us, what is the movie about? And there's a ton of MMA fighters in it. I don't know how good you guys are at pulling punches and acting. Have there been any accidents on set?
So I can't give away some of the things, but we had and have the most marquee names, like current day and historical hierarch of the MMA community that were part of this movie. And the movie's somewhere between The Hangover, Zombieland, and Team America. It's horrible, it's brutal, it's inappropriate, it's violent, it's offensive. Everyone that watches this movie is going to get offended about something.
Well, that's awesome. Speaking about getting offended, I know you kind of take pride in being someone who literally defends the Constitution. Is being able to make stuff that can be disturbing or offensive part of you protecting your First Amendment right? Do you kind of even take it that far to see it in a sense of a constitutional aspect?
100%. Few people grasp that not only do I push the limits of exercising my own personal constitutional rights, like I bled for them, I got blown up for them, I got shot for them, I got stabbed for them. Like, I don't even know how many tours in combat around the world. So, like, I definitely take pride in pushing the envelope and what I think is allowed constitutionally, but I absolutely love it when other people push theirs. Like, people freak out if you're not in like your own lane or the niche or the clique of what you perceive to be what's acceptable. I'm the opposite, man. I love it when somebody is saying something that makes my blood boil. I get so pissed off, but on the inside I'm like, oh, thank God they could say that, because that's what it's all about.
Well, you're making the movie Range 15. Excuse me. You were just on an episode called Hunting Hitler. Are you making more of a move towards the big screen and maybe moving towards Tinseltown, or are we gonna still see you fight?
I'm 100% down to fight. What I told Joe Silva was, give me something that's significant. Like, I have so many cool projects going on right now. The Hunting Hitler TV show hasn't even aired in the United States. It's aired in Canada. It's aired it airs next week in the UK. It aired in Germany first, and it was a huge success. So that TV show, it's 8 episodes. I'm the main character in all 8 episodes, and we're looking for Nazis all over the world.
Well, on behalf of the Jewish community, I thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I was definitely doing what I love doing and looking for people that I hate. Like, for Joe, he needs to give me a reason to stop doing what I'm doing. If I'm making money, not getting punched in the head, and it's real money. It's money that the UFC is going to have to match, or at least give me something that is so fantastic that I can't say no. And there's only a few of those things left.
Well, you have a win over the current 170 champion Robbie Lawler. You have a win over a guy they're always trying to hype and plug from the UK, Michael Bisping. You're a top-level prize fighter. So it's not like, you're a guy fighting cans or you're doing bum fights. You're a big-name, top-level fighter. So as you stated, are there any fights that excite you that you would want to come back for?
I'd come back for Fedor. I'd fight Fedor for sure.
On New Year's Eve?
The what?
Would you fight him on New Year's Eve if the UFC let you out of the contract?
I'd fight him tomorrow.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I give zero shits about, I still train 2-3 times a day when I'm not shooting or hunting, or film or making a movie. And even when I am making a movie, I'm not sure if you know about, film schedule, but you work about 12-hour days, and I'm still getting 2 workouts in a day. So so it doesn't change my level of readiness. If they said, "Hey, can you fight Fedor tomorrow?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah!" I feel like, "Can you fight Fedor on New Year's Eve?" You're gonna see a ripped 220-pound prize fighter that's gonna tear Fedor apart.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Tim, I'm going to turn it over to my co-host Jonathan King for a few questions.
So, Tim, I got to ask you, when you hear about these rounds of cuts coming from the UFC, do you get excited, perhaps?
Dude, I think I could only hope, right? I'm not sure. So, first of all, nothing I've ever said has been out of spite, has been out of anger, has been out of hurt. It's not like I'm this disgruntled boyfriend that's looking for an excuse to lash out. I'm not going to write a country song or ask Taylor Swift to write one for me. I'm not going to go slash any tires. It's just been the God honest truth. And if that pisses them off and they stick me on a shelf for a year, that's not my fault. So am I hopeful that they cut me? We all know that that's not going to happen. What am I ranked? Like 6 or 7 in the world right now? And I think I have 2 wins in dudes that are ranked above me. So if I were to rank myself, I would put myself at like 3 or 4. So are they going to cut me? Hell no. Do I hope that they would? I don't know. I love the UFC is the biggest and the best. All the best fighters, especially in my division, are there. With the exception of a few guys like Phil Davis, Joff Thompson, and Ben Askren. I think, especially at 185, all the best fighters in the world are at the UFC in my division. So that's why it's tempting when you see things like Fedor coming back. It's like, all right, maybe I'll fight out of 185. Or things that interest me here: Anderson Silva, Robbie Lawler, obviously. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Because
I'm gonna keep working.
We're always looking for things for our fans and stuff like that. And one of the ideas I had today was to get your Reebok kit and to have you autograph it, and we were going to give it to your fans, to one of our fans. And
yeah.
we still can't find your Reebok kit. And I'm wondering, is that something the UFC or Reebok is doing to spite you for speaking out? Is that a precursor for you being cut? I couldn't figure it out. What's going on with that?
So it was available like the first 2 weeks that the kits were unveiled. And then obviously within about 10 seconds of the announcement being made and them releasing what we're going to get paid. And, I say what I say. Things just started disappearing. So, out of spite, I don't know. I don't care.
Instead of hunting Hitler, you were hunting Reebok kits.
Yeah.
Hunting Reebok.
But just so we're clear, let's just say 10,000 people bought my Reebok kit at $100 a set, right? That's about how much it is.
Just an example.
I would make pennies.
Oh my God.
So they're not hurting me by not selling my Reebok kit. It's an insult, honestly. I'm more insulted. So if 10,000, 100,000 people bought my Reebok kit, it would hurt me so much more knowing how much money I didn't make off of it than them not selling any. Wow. So I'm super happy that it's not there. Because then I'm like, you guys aren't making 99 out of or more than that, 99.5 out of 100 of the dollars.
So you'd rather your fans not even buy it, almost?
Not almost. No, don't. No, we don't mince words here. I don't know who you think you're talking to. You're talking to Tim Kennedy.
I apologize, sir. I apologize.
Yeah, please be clear. We're a black and white world here.
So that's a no? You don't want them to?
Tim Kennedy fans, do not buy the Reebok kit.
Well, you can't in the first place. But if they did exist, please don't, because I don't see any of that money.
Tim, moving back to actually a militaristic topic, I actually saw you give a seminar at Camp Pendleton years ago where you were teaching troops knife defense techniques, hand-to-hand combat, pretty gnarly stuff. And it was kind of scary because, to me at least as a civilian, because you were teaching this knife technique and you said, this is my favorite thing to do. and basically it was like to stab someone in the heart and like rip their heart out. Is that something you teach, or is that something you practice what you preach?
Well, it's not like I'm walking around looking for
Well, no, I meant in war, like in times of war. I didn't mean like during in the street.
All right, so I'm a Green Beret. I'm a Special Forces sniper. I'm a Ranger. I was part of the most elite counterterrorism groups, in the world. If I didn't do those things, I would be really bad at my job. That's like you asking me as a prize fighter, do you punch people in the face? Yeah, bro, that's what I do for a living. That's like what they trained me for and what they sent me to war for. So if I didn't do those things, I would be really bad at my job.
Okay, and that being said, seeing you in action, literally with the troops, if the UFC, or if there was some kind of like thing in the UFC where it was hand-to-hand combat to the death, no weapons, but to the death hand-to-hand combat, would you be the 185 champion, and who would be the toughest competition, or would there be any competition against you?
Donald Cerrone would be a hard dude to kill.
Wow. Speedboats are fast. Yeah, he'd get away from you.
Yeah. Dude, he's just straight up hate caffeine, like a little bit of muscle, bone, ligament, and and probably some bull piss.
And hatred.
That's about all that he's made of.
Jeez. Well, Tim, we just have a couple more questions because we know your time is valuable and it's late at night. I actually got your contact info and met you originally through your friend Nick, who you were in Operation Iraqi Freedom, serving and defending the country. I went to entertain the troops with him. He represented Ranger Up. So it was pretty cool.
Did we make out?
No. Who, me and you?
Yeah, when we were there.
Video?
No, I don't think I saw you in the... But some people did actually steal my clothes and yell, "Where's the soap?" and threatened to mess with me in the shower. It was kind of...
Deployments are long. Don't judge.
They are so long. Kim Winslow was the referee on the trip, and she started looking decent by the 10th day. And I was just entertaining the troops.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know what you mean. But that being said, it is so incredible what you guys do, and to have got even a glimpse of not even the actual combat, but just the guys when they would prepare to go out on a mission or go out on watch at night. I mean, we just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts so much for what you've done to defend the country and to help defend the Constitution, and we hope that you keep doing it. And it takes a lot of balls to do what you do, and kind of in a sense not mince words and just say how you feel.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's inspiring.
Well, thanks. It's the only thing I'm good at. So if I could swing a golf club, I would have done that. But this is what God made me to do, so this is what I'm doing.
Okay, and this is a dumb question. Sorry, the last question. Have you ever seen any of the Stolen Valor videos on YouTube? And if so, what do you think about them? I
think they're sad. I've seen some, not intentionally. Like I've never looked them up or like sought them out. Like they come up on my Facebook feed or something like that. I think they're just sad on both cases. One, that somebody is like looking for an opportunity to embarrass somebody else. Whether it's Stolen Valor or, just a dude bragging that he's just in an MMA gym, a guy walking in saying, he's a black belt and him getting outed. In both instances, I think it's insecurity. So I think it's super tragic. I'm never going to be one of those dudes walking down the street. I see it all the time, a bum wearing, a 101st Airborne Division hat. And he's like, yeah, man, I was stationed at Camp Pendleton. It was like, the 101st, one, they haven't been airborne in a really long time, and two, they're not at Camp Pendleton. But
I know a few guys like that, unfortunately. I know a guy like that.
Yeah, as Aaron puts on his fake helmet.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video.
It breaks my heart in both instances, and it's just pathetic and sad, and, I hope that they can maybe grow up.
But, Tim, are you still active? Are you still doing operations for our country?
Private contracting or actual like military?
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't even know the difference. I don't even know why I'm asking. It's none of my business. But
well, man,
I'm getting scared.
From me personally, and speaking for all three of us, I know I can speak for all three of us. Thank you for everything you do for us, man.
You guys don't have to thank me, man. I love what I do. I love it.
We sleep easy at night, and we don't even know. So
And
That's
again, from
pretty
all
cool.
three of us, I just want to express one more time, just from the bottom of our hearts.
Are you trying to hit on Tim Kennedy?
I think he
Have
wants
you
to
ever
make
seen
out
this
with you.
guy's thighs? Have you seen him in a pair of Valley Tudo shorts? Have you seen him with the full mustache and Valley Tudo shorts when he's cutting weight?
He does look good with the ugly, creepy
A
mustache.
weigh-in day Tim Kennedy versus anyone. I'll put him versus anyone. Weigh-in day Tim Kennedy.
I just want to eat, man. I just want to eat.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching the video, we have up on screen. You can follow all of Tim's stuff at timkennedymma.com. All of his social media, like Instagram and Twitter, is at timkennedymma. Tim, you're an American hero. You're a friend of the show. We are so thankful that you were on. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Kennedy.
You guys are awesome. Thanks.